Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheer and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. Well, folks, let me tell you something. There is now, Jamie Comer came out and said that Joe Biden was getting $1,380 every month from an account that's directly to Chinese. And what's so funny is the left says this has all been debunked in the past, yada, yada, yada. First off, I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't investigated that. But do they ever say any, you notice there's silence on so many things? In other words, do they ever say, well, that's been debunked? No. The Bidens are gangsters. You ready for this? This is some sick, deviant stuff. By the way, doesn't Hamas hate the West? Capitalism? You can't make this up. Hamas shorted Israeli stocks, meaning they were betting they would go down, before the October 7th attack, and allegedly made $900 million on that. Now, who got that $900 million? Those rich billionaires, leaders of Hamas. By the way, why is this allowed to happen? Incredible. Santos is doing cameos now, and apparently Fetterman asking to do one bashing Menendez. I should hire Santos to do one on Massey. This sick Arkansas couple was busted picking up young girl. It was a cop. They thought it was a young girl because that's the way her woman likes them. Sicko. 250th logo for next year. Are you kidding me? That is one ugly ass logo. And I wonder how much the government paid for that logo. Arlington home explosion. The police were going to do a search warrant and boom. Can you say rigged? I didn't know there was such a thing as a straight pride flag, but apparently a father is suing because they won't let him fly the straight pride flag in school. Didn't know there was such a thing. Can't make this up. A couple of the gold bars that Menendez had were part of a 2013 crime scene. Yikes. Sad to say that an Osprey went down, killing everybody off the Sea of Japan, and apparently somebody from Ohio is part of the crew members. Sad. The fourth debate's going to be in Alabama, and the regular four morons made it. Who cares? Branson said he's not putting any more money in Virgin, and Virgin stock went down 16%. People forget that he was struggling at COVID. Somebody must have saved him. Gaza rocket hit someplace in Israel where they think they had nuclear weapons. Not good. More and more companies are saying they don't care about bachelor degrees. Uh-oh, colleges. This is a funny story, I think. The Alaskan Airlines is buying Hawaiian Airlines.
It is funny.
That's kind of funny. Talk about diametrically opposed. Kim Guilfoyle was featured in a photo shoot, some kind of wealth magazine. I like Kim Guilfoyle. I think she's pretty and brassy and smart. But a lot of people were attacking her outfits. They just can't handle it. Go, Kim, go. Shark attacks. Somebody got killed in a shark attack. When will people wise up and just don't swim in the oceans? Doug Burgum, North Carolina governor, has suspended his presidential campaign. I like this guy. I'd vote him over all the other extras. And Rick Scott, the Florida senator, wants an investigation into college football because of FSU. Guess who they asked about the FSU rub? Deion Sanders, illustrious alumni. And you know what he said? There isn't any college playoff without Nick Saban or Georgia. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheer and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters local news, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. Well, guess what? A prominent businesswoman in Cincinnati yesterday, her car got carjacked. Folks, you shouldn't go to downtown Cincinnati. It's dangerous down there. In local news, NKU's digging up down at Newport, and they think they found some old neat artifacts. That's really nice. Meanwhile, creative and performing arts protesters, like 30 of them, walked out of their class in supporting of Hamas. Crazy. GE apparently is going to get nailed for $15 million for pulling out of the Banks deal. You know that nice big office building? I think we ought to move Bulldog Media down there. Take up the same space GE had. In Kentucky news, Donald Swain, 92 years old, the former president of Louisville, died. May he rest in peace. A Johnson County man, right here, Timothy Rivers, shot his son. You know what his crime was? He was yelling, "Shut up!" Eddie Melton from Webster County has become the new Kentucky Farm Bureau president. Congratulations, Eddie. Billy Hicks, the winningest high school basketball coach in Kentucky history, passed away. He was last at Scott County. In Ohio news, Fairfield of all places. I don't know if you know this, but Fairfield is not like a highfalutin place. They are saying no pot dispensaries in their town. You know why? They want to support the street pot. $4.3 million is the bribe that Sam Randazzo, former Public Utilities Commissioner of Ohio, took as part of the First Energy. Only $4.3 million. The American Girl store is shutting down in Columbus. That is a sad day. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Hello again, you're watching Eric Deters World News. This is Jamie Spinley with the latest world headlines. At least 8 people were killed in severe floods in southeastern India as Cyclone Michung made landfall early hours this morning. Winds of up to 70 miles per hour and waves as high as 5 feet were reported. Sad day, a 26-year-old mother has died in Mexico after being bitten in the leg by a shark. The woman who lived locally was swimming with her 5-year-old daughter when the attack happened. She is understood to have died from blood loss from the massive bite wound on her leg. Her daughter was unharmed. A huge explosion has destroyed at least one home in a suburb of Washington, D.C. as police executed a search warrant. Someone from inside the house had fired shots as officers tried to enter. Police said earlier they had responded to reports of someone firing a flare gun from a resident late last night. Officers on the scene reported only minor injuries. And Nigerian President Bola Tinubu today called for a thorough investigation into a military drone attack that killed at least 85 civilians in northern Kaduna state over the weekend. Dozens of civilians were accidentally killed in a drone strike by Nigeria's army in the country's north. President Bola Tinubu described the incident as disturbing and painful. That's the latest headlines from the team and I. Cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries, where we do sports without any boundaries. Well, last night, the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Jaguars in overtime on a 48-yard field goal for McPherson. I get so sick of the local media calling him Money Mac, all the nerds. And aren't people in the television news nerds, Josh Wentz? Bengals 34, Jags 31, and Jake Browning is the story. He is the first quarterback in his first or second start to throw for over 85% completion rate, 350 yards, touchdown, and guess what? No interceptions. The guy was unbelievable, which raises the question, do we cut or do we trade Joe Burrow today? I say hell yeah, save the money, hire T. Higgins, and let's win a Super Bowl with Jake Browning. What do you say, Josh Wentz? And this looks better. It's only an ankle injury, apparently to Trevor Lawrence. Thank goodness it looks like it's only an ankle injury for him. Obviously, knees are worse. But obviously, it's a bad ankle injury. All right, the other big news today, they announced the 4 Heisman Trophy finalists. Jaden Daniels of LSU, who's the favorite and ought to win. Marvin Harris Jr., an incredible wide receiver. Bo Nix, great year at Oregon. And he's still playing for the championship. Michael Penix. I told you we were without boundaries. Michael Penix are the 4 finalists. I'll be honest with you. This is just me. I think the Heisman candidates were down this year. I don't see these 4 guys like some of the Heismans of old. Kyle McCord of the Ohio State Buckeyes transferring. Their starting quarterback is leaving. Rumor has it that Ohio State has jettisoned him. In other words, told him to enter the transfer portal. Their starting quarterback. It's like, you don't beat Michigan, get the hell out of here. Next, Billy Hicks, the winningest high school basketball coach, over 1,000 wins. I think about 1,800, I forget the exact number, from Scott County, also coached at Evart. And guess where he's from? My home county, Harlan County. May he rest in peace. What an accomplishment in life. The all-time winningest high school basketball coach. All right, University of Kentucky dropped 4 points because they lost. A game they shouldn't have lost. They're now 16th. All right, David Portney is betting $1 million on his Michigan Wolverines. I'm going to bet $1 million on Alabama. All right, Chuck Leonard is signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. We'll see if he's got any more gas left in his tank. He, of course, was the Colts All-Pro linebacker. Texas A&M. All right, this is interesting. Apparently, they were promised this and promised that, but apparently the NIL deals did not come as planned. A lot of people are transferring. You ready for this? It's expected that Ohtani is going to sign for $500 to $600 million. Insanity. I guess you could justify it, Josh, because you're getting a pitcher and a batter. So you could cut that in half, and maybe he's a bargain. All right, CBS. Sad story. CBS is no longer going to do the SEC games. Brad Nessler and Gary Danielson signed off, bid farewell. By the way, these guys got some criticism. I don't know why. I like listening to them. I think they do a hell of a job. Arch Manning looks like he's going to stay in Texas. Okay to be the backup another year. That's interesting. Jeff Ruby Steaks is going to be part of the good old Turfway Park spring meet. Isn't that funny, Jeff Ruby Steaks? All the best to you, Jeff. Promotion extraordinary. I get it. All right. Buckner, who transferred from Notre Dame to Alabama, is transferring again because he's not going to play. Milroe obviously going to stick around for a year. But he wants to play lacrosse, too. You know what I'm thinking? He thinks he's not going to make the pro as a quarterback, but he'll make the pro lacrosse leagues, which they have now. That's crazy. Brock Vandergrift is a quarterback that's going to leave Georgia. They think he could come to UK. Mel Kiper's been canned by ESPN. I always thought Mel Kiper looked like Dracula, kind of an obnoxious guy, but I respected his knowledge of college football. I really did. ESPN, you know what they're doing if you noticed? They hire all these young bucks. You know, because they're getting them for a bargain. I mean, let's face it. If you contacted some young up-and-coming TV announcer and they said, hey, we'll give you $100,000, but you can be an ESPN, they're going to take the job. Reed Shepherd is SEC Player of the Week, Freshman of the Week. Good for him. ESPN is rumored they had inside information about college football. Do you think? You don't think every sports channel had their insiders trying to get information coming out of that? And Tiger jumped 450 positions based upon his heroes play. The Boston Celtics lost to the Pacers 112-122, eliminated from the tournament. And the Pelicans beat the Sacramento Kings 127-117. I was rooting for the Kings and DeAndre Fox. And this is funnier than hell. Zach Wilson's been getting beat up left and right. He isn't going to play. Well, now they're thinking they might want to bring him back. And Zach Wilson's apparently indicating, no, I'm not going to play now. The Jets. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has a day. Just call me. I'll get in. I'll go in, coach. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture. And we start off with a great, funny-ass story, which I'm going to engage Josh Wentz and Jamie Spinley to help me. Well, guys, I just want to tell you something. These are bare butts. This is a rated R show, not X. But these are bare butts anatomically. And what they did is they voted, experts voted, on what is the perfect, best butt. Okay? And I decided, well, I could pick this. And I picked the smallest butt. And sure enough, that's the one that won. Are you into small butts or big butts?
Small.
Josh Wentz, please note, none of us are African American. But I'm serious. I don't get the big butt craze at all. But they did a vote on it. And that's, the small butts won. I believe in the small butts. My wife has a small butt. I don't know what you guys were, I was always, when I was a teenager and whatnot, I always attracted to cute girls, had a cute face, cute butt. I always called boobs fringe benefits. What about you, Jamie? You boob man, butt man, what? Leg man? Legs. What about you, Josh Wentz? All the above. That is a real American male right there. All of the above. All right, let's move on. Kennedy honors. They gave all kinds of people the Kennedy honors, including the one that I went with, Billy Crystal. You got to love good old Billy Crystal. All right, the Tui and the Oler war is getting worse. But it looks like Michael Oher was blackmailing. You guys need to understand that the Tui family is rich. They have a chain of Subway franchises, and they got lots of money irrespective of Michael Oher. But Michael Oher is ruining this thing for himself, in my opinion. All right, this is hysterical. We got to get Sabrina to weigh in on this. Do you all know that moms actually dream in a positive manner of hospitalization? And you know why? For a break. Moms want to go to the hospitals to get away. Sabrina does thumbs up. To get away from the hell they go through. That's how rough it is being a mom. I don't know about you guys, but as a dad, I don't dream of going to the hospital. Moms have it so rough, they dream of hospitalization to get away from it all. And then the guy's got to stick around and take care of all the rugrats. Sabrina is crazy. My producer, you ready for this? She became legal guardian of 2 little kids after she'd raised her kids. I call her saint and stupid. All right. Vanessa Hudgens married Cole Tucker, a baseball player. They're like a happy couple. I hope they stay happy. This is wild, folks. You ever use lidocaine for burns and whatnot? Wounds? They're injecting lidocaines at killing cancer cells. Lidocaine. Put a little lidocaine on that. All right. AI is stealing jobs. And I apologize. I didn't get a chance to read the article to tell you what jobs AI is going to steal. Just assume it's going to steal your job. They say it's going to take a lot of lawyer jobs because of legal research and all that stuff. All right. No more Iron Man. What do you think of that? Robert Downey Jr. says, no more Iron Man. I'm just saying, Iron Man was my favorite Marvel character. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Make sure your butt's perfect.